Alrighty, guys, we should be back. Let's check our totals. We do have a spreadsheet for our poker. Keep this a little easier to track. So on Bovada, we lost a bit, I would guess. So we lost a little bit over buying. So we ended at 237.20. 20. And on Black Chip, I'm guessing we lost a little bit also. Black Chip ended at 146.47. We lost 20% of a buy-in, $2. 46.47, so we're at 143 profit. It's alright for a short session. That happens, not a big deal. Close everything out. Let me update my stream. So we're at 143. Lost a buy-in and a half that short session, but today we're still at 5 buy-ins. Let's get our poker tracker up. Why don't you want to close? Thank you. Alright, poker tracker. Let's stop getting hands. View our stats. We'll start with Black Chip Poker today. So you see today's sessions are here and here. So if we just do these two sessions, I think we can just look at both. Yep. I'm going to look at all hands. On Black Chip alone, we were up $41. 4 buy-ins. Let's go over some hands real quick. We can do, I think we go by stake. There we go. Actually, we go by date. Can we go by date? Alright, give me 1 second. This is a little strange. Let's do it by date. We're gonna look at our biggest losers. We'll go over those hands. We'll start with Jack 10. You usually don't remember the outcome of these hands, so they are kind of unknown still. Some really bad beats I might know what's going on, but we'll just go ahead and go through it while we can. I believe you guys can see my HUD. Alright. So we're sitting, let me see, look at my stream real quick. Yeah, you can see HUD. We are sitting with Jack 10. Jack 10, under the gun +1. We're at a 6 max table. We're sitting 340 big blinds deep. We should open to about 3 big blinds here. Jack 10's playable, so we're going to open. We do. We get called by the button, who's a 10-6 over 100 hands. So he's only played 10 hands out of his 100, which is very tight. And we get called by the small blind, who's we have 800 hands on him, so we got a good amount of information. Who's also a very tight player, very reasonable stats. 26-19 is very good. Alright, so we get 2 overcards, backdoor straight draw, and a flush draw. We should be betting out here, and we need to bet this out pretty large because we do like our hand. The 2 overcards are probably both out, so we can add 6 cards for those. And then we get 9 for the flush. So we're at 15 cards. 15 cards, as you know, we have a 31% chance to hit on the turn. So we need to be betting out pretty large here, but not big enough to scare them away. I'd say like 80 to 90 cents would be a good bet. And Jack O Spades donks out 57 cents. The problem with his bet, it's a very small bet. Oh, okay. And the big blind called. I didn't see that. It's a small bet. It's saying, to me, a donk means I hit, but I'm not all the way there. So I could put him on a flush draw. Since he's in the big blind, he could play ace-5. That's in his range, like ace-5 of hearts or something. He's got a gut shot maybe. You could have pocket 2s, pocket 3s, pocket 9s. I don't see him donking with that, though. I could see him check raising. So right now we're concerned about the straight draw of ace 5, plus he could have ace x suited and could be dominating us. That's the scary part of playing this. But since it's 57 cents, and our pot odds right now are 4.1 to 1 odds, and saying we do have 15 outs, all we need is 2.1 to 1 odds to call. So we got double that. Easy call all day. Raise. Raise is okay. I don't think it's ideal. Because we don't have a made hand yet. And we also could be drawing dead if someone does have the ace x of diamonds. So I disagree with the raise. I say flatting might be a little better. And it does the same job. It gets the pot big. Original raiser folds. Okay. And then the big blind call. So we put him on the same hand. Ace x suited plus pocket pairs type hand. 4 comes, so if he is playing ace 5 suited, he just hit. But he checks. We could definitely continue to bet here. We still got to believe that our 10 would be good if we hit, our jack would be good if we hit, plus any diamond would be good. So we got 6 outs for 3 10s, 3 jacks, plus 9 outs for the flush. So we're still at 15 outs, which is a little, right at 34% chance to hit. I'm sorry, 32% chance. Remember the rule of 4 and 2. You take your outs multiplied by 2. That's your straight percent chance to hit. So I think a bet is okay, but the problem is the pot got so big because of our stupid raise. All right. Okay, sorry about that. Was muted. Basically, I was talking about if we go back and look at our flop, the biggest mistakes right here. It's 57 cents. He makes it. It's 234. If we would just call and he calls, the pot's only going to be $3.40. Instead, we made a terrible choice and bet out, and it turned the pot into $7. So we looked at this decision right here. It went from a $3.40 pot to a $7 pot. So this bet just crushed us. And here's the thing: even if we don't make the bet, and the turn is still only $4 or $3.40, we can get these guys stacked if we hit and we're the best hand. The problem is, I doubt we are. I doubt we're good anywhere. 3 people calling. Someone's got to be on the ace high flush draw. Our 10 jack still might be good if we hit either one, so we could put like 6 outs as safe. So we have a 12% chance of improving. We do bet, which is a terrible choice because he's only left with like $3.90 if he calls. Plus, this guy's 150 big blinds deep. Also, considering how deep we are, if we do hit our flush, he's going to stack me for the whole amount. He raised all in with a caller behind. I'm never good here. Never, ever, ever. I'm facing ace high flush draws plus sets. So I wouldn't be surprised if like pocket nines and then like ace X suited. We got to fold here all day. This happened because we were dumb and made that big turn raise. We would have hit our flush. But I would guess that we're second to the ace or the king, maybe. Maybe someone's playing king queen suited. And it's just such a big pot. $27 is huge for this hand, and you're not playing this hand with only a jack high suited, and he won it with the ace x suited. So very good hand for him. Not so well played for us, and kings played that terribly. Let's turn this around, and let's play as Mr. Kings. Can't we do that? I thought we could. I guess not. Okay, well, it's just he has kings, so. Alright, kings. Here's how you play kings to stop this bullshit from happening. Alright, this dude raises 3 big blinds. We're sitting on the button. We make this $1, okay? It's $1 now. We know that he has ace-2 suited. Ace-2 suited is folding to $1. 10 jack suited is folding for $1 also. This flop hits, very scary for kings. Ace-5 can get there, ace-4 can get there, especially ace-4, ace-5 suited. With this, we are 3-betting, and we're going to try and get all of our chips in at this point. He's playing way too passive, and he's letting us see cards. 4, that means 5-6 suited that the big blind could be playing. Ace-5 suited got there. Plus the flush draw still there. I agree with this shove, but he should have done it on the flop. And unfortunately, he gets sucked out on the river. He needs to get that. Shut the hand down and right click to change player. What am I right clicking on? Oh, there it goes. Just let me do it now. Oh, the post flop. You don't think you're calling that 57 cents? We gotta think our 10's good, our jack's good, and our flush is good at this point. I mean, you're a 4-man. It's a 6-man table. It's not a 9 max. I think calling that's fine. We're getting proper odds. Even if it's just saying the flush is good. You have 9 outs, so you only need 4.22 to 1 odds to break even long term. We're at 4.1. Yeah, we do need a straight flush to have the nuts, but you don't always have to play for the nuts. The problem is the guy to my right is a really big blind. Actually, they're all big stacked here. So you could be right. It could be a fold. Yeah, they are really tight. But you gotta remember it is micro limits, so they are gonna try and. So say this guy did have pocket 3s, and we do hit our flush. He's getting stacked unless the board pairs. I think calling 57 cents into $2.34 is okay. It gives us the correct pot odds to call, and we would assume that our hand would be the best if we do improve. But this guy played this so bad. I mean, I played it worse, but no, I'm sorry. He played it worse. He should have played this a lot better. So we're sitting with kings. Under the gun +1 makes a normal raise. He's a 21% raiser. Our range definitely beats his. We need to be 3-betting here. And here's the strange thing. He's 3-betting. He's 3-bet before it, so it's not like he's never 3-bet. He needs to make that $1 or 90 cents, and he doesn't. That would force this guy out of the hand. He's not calling $1 with ace-2, and it's going to force him out of the hand. So he's just going to take it down. But he needs to be making a raise here. Or he's going to get a draw. This guy could be playing 7-9 suited, 8-9 suited, 10-jack suited. I mean, the draws are real at this point. With kings, we're thinking, okay, we got to worry about the flush, but nothing else really scares us except 9s, 2s, and 3s. We get a donk bet, and then we get a raise. This is where we're thinking, okay, we are 4-betting this, and we're getting our money in instead of just flats. Letting everyone see a free card, basically, that's sitting here or here. And since we get to call, everyone gets to see it for cheap. The pot's $7 now. You only have 8 back. This needs to get in right here. Bad play by this guy, obviously. Getting it all in is the correct play here, but he needed to get it on the river. Unfortunately, he would have been sucked out no matter what, but he would have had huge odds going into the flop versus this guy. So if we would go back and just look at odds here, pre-flop he's a huge favorite, and he becomes a little bit less of a favorite. This is including all people's hands, so there's 14% not accounted for. So he does have an ace out plus the draw. But he needs to get the money in on this flop. If he's getting in anywhere, he needs to come there. So I think that's bad played by him. Pretty bad played by me also. Here's another hand from the small blind. We get an under the gun raise by a pretty tight player. With ace 10 suited, flatting is not a bad option. You are playing it out of position, but you do know that the person to our right is pretty deep, and you're pretty deep, and the person to our left is pretty deep. So we can play this hand. Ace 10 suited is okay to flat from the blinds, but you know we could be facing a re-raise behind us, which is kind of scarier. Not bad to lay it down, but it's not terrible to call. Only for 3 big blinds, it only costs 2.5 more. Big blind fold, so we are first act. So we have gut shot straight draw to the nuts. We have backdoor flush draw and mid pair, not bad. He was the pre-flop raiser. He bet 60 cents into $1. So if we think of our outs, I'm going to say a 10 is an out. An ace might be an out. He could be playing king jack. I doubt it, but possible. So we're definitely giving us a 10. So that's 2 outs. Backdoor flush draw, and an ace is probably an out, plus jack king's outs. But we have to hit runner. So flatting is the best play here. We can build the pot later. I think that's fine. Queen hits. It removes the chance of him having a queen in his hand. So that's good for us. I think we're really good here. Check is the correct play. He bets $1.40 into $1.20, gives us 2.5 to 1 odds. I still think we're good here. I think you have to call here. And we do. Ace hits, so our 10s become counterfeit. So actually that ace was a very bad card for us. Because any ace he has now, we could be outkicked by ace jack, ace queen. I'm sorry, ace jack outkicks us, and ace king outkicks us. So the ace was a terrible card for us. We just got counterfeited. So we're more likely to lay down now than we were before we improved our hand. Betting 365 and a 5, that screams value all over it. We do have top pair queens with a board kicker. He was the pre-flop aggressor. This is a lay down all day, I think. Are we going to win this hand once every 3 times? No, I don't think so. I think jack king's real. I think ace x is real, which any x we split at worst. I'm sorry, at best we split. At worst, he outkicks us because we're using the board as a kicker. And maybe there could be a queen involved. I just don't see the queen too often. So I think folding's here is the correct option, and we call. And he gets paid off with 9s. Not much we could have done there. We could have folded the river. I think our other 2 just flats were okay. We're not getting them off 9s anytime. So I think we're okay there. It just sucks that we did run into a set. Not the worst hand. Just cooled. Nothing you can do about that. Ace king. I love losing with ace king. Standard open should be 3 big blinds here. Make a fine raise. Now we're playing heads up, and he min raised me. Okay. So he just min raises. We're gonna get our chips in. I have no problem. Gave my chips in 130 big blinds deep against someone who's capable of just min raising. We need to raise here. We need to raise it to about 250. We'll make it $1.80. That's too small. It needs to be bigger. $2 is better. 250 is great. He flats us. 8, 9, 10. So we have backdoor straight, backdoor flush, 2 overs. Not very good. He bets 10 cents in the 365. So strange. So strange. So he min raised us pre-flop, then he min raised us on the flop. Not only does he min raise, he donks into us. Usually that means I got pocket pairs. Please just call my min raise. I don't want to see you bet. I just want to bet 10 cents so it's small. and you just call, you're scared of raising. I think we raise here. I think we need to make it $3. We make it $1.90. Once again, we're giving him 3-1 odds, slightly better. So I think that's a bad play if he does have a draw. Like, even if he has jacks, he still has a draw. He could have sevens and has a draw. He could already have us beat with pocket eights, nines, or tens. Jack queen's possible, but he's not 4-betting of jack king or 3-betting of jack queen. I don't think. And he calls us. We don't improve, so we have a 5 on the river. Once again, he donks into us. It's a very strange play. I mean, you have to call it. You're getting 75-1 odds. I don't think there's any option but just to call, and we do. But the thing is, are we drawing dead? If we hit an ace or king, are we just losing because he hit set of eights? Like, so strange. He bets 30 cents. We call because we're still getting freaking 26.5-1 odds, and I'm just curious as shit as why he's doing this. Calling's probably not the worst play. I don't think folding is good. I'm not folding 30 cents into 765. And he played that. That's how he played his kings. How bad of playing kings was that? I mean, for crying out loud, it's 8, 9, 10 double suited, and he's not protecting it. That's just terrible. I think we played it pretty bad by calling, by making that. Actually, that bet's not even bad either. I don't think we did anything wrong. I think that's just paying him off 40 cents because we don't know what the hell to do when he's betting 10 into $7 and 30 into $8. Terrible way to play kings. He could have been drawed out if I had, for example, if I had king 8. You know, he's outdrawed. Plus, I could have played 6, 7. I hit it. Most likely, I'm not raising it with that pre-flop. But Jack Queen, I could be raising pre-flop with that. So very strange, very strange. I don't know why he's not getting that money in pre-flop. He should be. We'll mix this up. We'll go back to the beginning. I guess we just have to restart it. Alright, so now we have kings. We're facing a standard raise from a 27-22 player. Very standard player. We are making this 90 cents to $1. We min raise to 50 cents. We get re-raised to $1, and we go all in. Simple as that. And then we suck them out. If it goes as played, forget we have kings. I don't know what a 10-cent bet here does, because he's obviously calling 10 cents into $30.65. We are letting him see any draw he wants for extremely cheap, and that's not good. If he has those kings, I'm sorry. If we have the kings, and we raise here, so he bets $1.90, and we have kings, we raise it here, and we make it $4 or $5, he's folding. But I don't understand the flat. I don't understand any of this play. It's not good. He's not defending any of his draws. He doesn't know where he stands, because I could have flopped the nuts of Jack Queen suited, and he doesn't know that. 5 comes. It doesn't really improve anyone's hands, but he's not protecting it with, like, that's not protecting it. It's I don't understand. That's just playing. Like, we should label him as a min bets with king overs. Like, that's just really strange. So don't think we played that bad. I think he played that pretty bad. Alrighty. Pocket our 5-6 suited from the big blind. Blind versus blind. Standard raise from the small blind. We are defending this all day, playing in position. No action behind us. Gut shot, or I'm sorry, a flush draw with all 3 overs. He bets 38 cents into 60. We're only getting 2.5-1 odds. We have 9 outs. We need 4.22. We do not have the odds to call. This is a fold. Remember, pot odds are the most important thing for a long-term player, because if you're not going to hit and make money, then you just lose. I guess you could put implied odds, thinking that we're going to get paid off if he does have king, ace, king, king, queen, something like that. So I don't think calling is too terrible, since it's still pretty cheap. We do call. Jack comes, he checks, we check behind. Perfectly fine, nothing wrong there. Okay, king hits, it pairs the board, so it's nice we hit spades. It sucks we hit a pair, because now pocket eights set is a set. Pocket jacks is a set. King jacks is I'm sorry. Pocket eights is a full house. Kings, king queen's a full house. King jack's a full house. But we do get paid off of a strong king 10 maybe, or even ace king. 65 cents. I think you can call that. We raise. Now here's how we think about this. What is he going to call that we beat? Is he going to call with king 7? I think so. I think he'll call with king 7 with this size of raise. Maybe. Is he calling with king queen? Absolutely. King jack? Yes. Pocket eights? Yes. Better flush? Yes. I think calling is a better play because there's so much out there that beats you. I don't think raising gets as much value because he's going to be folding to anything that we lose to. Or I'm sorry, there's nothing he's gonna call with that we beat. If he's calling, he has us beat, and he calls in, shows jack 10, so we're out kicked. Bad play. Don't raise that river. Just take it where it's at because he's not going to call with worse. Okay with that. So this one was marked. So we'll go over this. Alright, queens from the small blind facing a limp and a standard raise from the same player that just had the jack 10. He's playing 2015, very standard. We are 3-betting this. We need to make it $1.20 to $1.50. $1.10, a little small, but that's okay. We are in position too, and he re-raises us. This is very interesting because we're both 120, 130, 140 big blinds deep. Do we shove it with queens? I'm not a big fan of that. We do an equity calculator. We know he 3-bets only 4% of the time. This is over 560 hands, so not a good sample, but decent sample. That's his 4-bet range. Or, I'm sorry, 3-bet range. Aces to 10s, including ace king suited. So we are crushed in most ranges. The best thing we could be hoping to go against the jacks, 10s, and the ace kings if we would shove. But even with ace kings, we do have 2 unders. We also know what's his 4-bet. He's never 4-bet before, so we definitely putting him on aces or kings. I think folding is not terrible against this type of player who's a 2015 with only a 4% 3-bet. Who folds the 3-bets 86% of the time, as you can see here. The only hope we have of playing this hand is hitting a queen or some type of straight or something stupid like that. I think you can lay this hand down and be okay with yourself. I think everything is okay. I think the raise is fine. I think it could have been a little bit bigger, but the 4-bet, I think you fold. We call. Terrible flop for us seeing an ace. If basically the only thing in his range that we don't beat now is 10s and jacks. He's not 4-betting with 10s. He's not 4-betting with jacks. So he definitely has ace king, aces or kings. We're beat all day, every day here. We're folding to any bet. He bets $3.30. This should be a fold. I'm okay with that. That hand was actually played okay. No problems with that. Maybe fold pre-flop. We're just going over big hands that we have lost. I didn't really get a chance to mark any with that new software because the tables hide really quick. Pocket 6s. Hard to lose money with pocket 6s, isn't it? 50 cents. No problem playing that from the button, especially when he's this deep. No problem with that. 498. So he's raising pre-flop. We have no stats on him, only 6 hands. I'm okay with that flop. He's raising with basically anything from pocket pairs, aces from like 7s, maybe 6s, maybe he's even opening with under the gun. 10 jack suited connectors, 9 jack, or I'm sorry, 9 10 or higher, I'd say, and then ace 10 suited. So a lot of his range is missed besides the pocket pairs. So I think we're okay with this flop, and I think we're okay calling, and I'm even okay with raising. We don't have any continuation bet stats on him. So I'm okay with a raise or a call. He bet 73 into 115. Who's not under the gun? This guy? Yeah, yeah, he is. He's under the gun. Small blind, big blind under the gun. Or did I misread that? Yeah, he's under the gun, man. Yeah, 5x is a pretty large range to open. And it is four-handed. I guess he is effectively cut off, but he's also first to act. So it's just unknown right now. It could be a standard open for him, or it could be strength open. It's very hard to tell at this point. It is four-handed, so that does change things up. What is this? This is hand reviews. We're just going over some of my hands today that we lost. We're going over most of my losing hands. Just going from there. So I think calling's pretty bad. Actually, it's not terrible. It is terrible because we do only have 2 outs if he does have an over. We do have backdoor straight draws, but I don't really count them. I think raising 3-betting him here for fold equity is okay. Putting him on something like ace 10 suited or even like king queen is going to fold. And we do make the raise. It's an aggressive play, but not the worst. And he calls, so now we just got to give up the hand. He goes all in on the king. It's obviously a fold. So, very strange play. Most likely he was playing something like ace king, king queen, king jack. And we lay that down. Don't think that was played terribly. You probably could get away with just folding and being okay with your life. I don't think a call is a good option. I think it's either a raise or call because most of this misses his range. Unless he does have high pocket pairs. But if he has like jacks, queens, why is he jamming on the king? Most likely he's got king, queen. So don't raise, just fold. And if you really just want to see another card, just flat. Since he is an unknown. I just closed my poker tracker. Let me reopen it real quick. Alright, we had 6s, so we're here. So 7-6. We're at the cutoff. Standard open, not a problem with that. If we were really considering it, we know this guy's played about half his hands. So maybe you just fold it, knowing that he's probably going to get involved. But it's a good hidden hand to play. I'm not too worried about him playing, because if we hit it, it's going to be hit big. And it's something we can get away with pretty easy. That's a really good flop for us. One, we can make a continuation bet, because we did raise pre-flop. Our range does include several aces. Plus, we have a straight draw and a flush draw. So we need to be betting this, trying to build this pot up, because we do have 9 outs for the flush, and we have 4 outs for the straight, so we have 13 outs. We know that's about 26%, 27% chance to hit on each turn, or I'm sorry, each street that we have remaining. We should be betting about 60 cents into this, and we bet 70. 70 is a little high, but no problem with the amount of outs we have. He calls. We improve to a pair, which is most likely not good, but we still have our outs, so I'm okay with betting here. Checking's fine. Check calling's okay. Betting is okay also. If you want to bet, I think $1.50 is probably the correct bet. So, how do you get 12 outs? Well, we got nine outs for the straight, or the flush. And then we have 4 outs for the straight, man. Oh, we're counting the other one. You're right, 12 outs, because we're not counting the 5 of spades. 12 outs. I'll see you, Chopper. Bubble, that's awesome. Good point out, man. At 12 outs. So we're down to 24% instead of 26, 27. I have been forgetting about that. Very noobish. Yep. We can't double count the 5 of spades. We can look at it this way. Alright, so we were sitting at 12 outs. We also could have picked up 2 more outs on both 7s. Could improve us. Maybe if he is playing the ace, we do win, so we can include the other 7, so we could be up to 14 outs. I still think betting is okay. Check calling is okay also. $1.20, I have no problem with that play. Him flatting, everything's okay. We missed completely. Just give up the hand, check call it down, or check fold. At this point, it's a fold. No problem with that. I think these hands are getting pretty standard losses. Nothing too bad. Not really worth going over. Like I said, our first session was pretty good. Nothing to really complain about. And Jack 9 suited on the buttons. Obvious open against two tight players. Steal blinds, 3 big blinds, fine. I think you fold that all day. I don't think you're raising here. There's no reason to play this. You just lost 3 big blinds. Get out of the hand before you lose more. We see it anyways. Double gut shot draw. Rainbow board, not the worst board, but if we hit, it's going to be surprising. But the thing is, he's short stacked, so we should have folded pre-flop, and we should not have called there at all. We're not getting correct odds. We have 8 outs, so we have a 16 to 17% chance hitting to call with 8 outs. We need approximately like 4.5 to 5 to 1 odds, and we're only getting 2. Fold all day, every day. Fold pre-flop. Fold all the time here. If we're both 200 big blinds deep or 300 big blinds deep, yeah, you can call that, because if he's holding pocket kings and that 8 comes up, he has no idea you hit a straight. But since he only has 299 back, it's not worth calling. Your implied odds suck. This is a fold all day. Do not call that. Terrible play. A little bit different if we were playing 200, 300 big blinds deep, but for his stack, you're folding. So I think that's it for the day. We played 1,000 hands, won about $37 maybe. Yeah, 37 at 38 big blinds per 100. Not bad. So counting rake back, we did win a little bit more. That's not what I want to do. But yeah, so we're done for the day. This will be uploaded to YouTube if you want to watch it later. Any participation, if you have any comments, go ahead and say it. I don't think any of those were terribly played. I guess we can go over my Bovada today. These are not right because my Bovada does not track big pots. So what I have to do with Bovada is I have software that downloads hand histories for me. If I find it. I don't think I can download today's. Look. I don't think today's hands are going to be ready to download. Hand histories. Game transactions. Win games today. Yep, they're not available yet. Basically, I should be down up 17, 20. Let's put that at up 10. We should be even for the day on Bovada, and it has us down. It has us even, so I guess they're right. I guess we can go over this. Oh, that's only 10 hands. We played a lot more than 10 hands. Yeah, so all day today it only got 10 hands, which is not correct at all. So we're not even going to go over those. We went over the other hands, other sessions. Got a follower. I don't know who it is yet. Ghost Dig, thank you so much for following, man. It means a lot to me. All you guys are awesome. I've been streaming for a couple weeks now. Up to like 73, 4 followers. All you guys are awesome. Ghost Dig, I hope every time you get aces, you stack your opponent, man. Thank you guys for watching. This will be uploaded to YouTube. We'll be on again tomorrow night. That's my last night of work. And then we will be on the next 5 nights playing a lot more serious, a lot more hands. Hopefully get in like 5,000 hands a day. We're only getting in between 1,000 and 2,000 right now. So we'll up that, and we'll do longer hand review histories. So once again, thanks you guys all for watching. I appreciate it. Come check me back out sometime. You all are great. You guys are getting points every minute you are in chat, or every 2 minutes. Just exclamation chips, capital chips, and it shows your chips, your balance. These will be used for drawings for sweat sessions or basic coaching for an hour. We'll do a drawing later. Also, yeah, man, Leverage, thanks for watching again. I really appreciate it. If you guys are interested in playing at Bovada, I would appreciate it if you use my referral link. I get 200% of your opening bonus up to, this is your Bovada link, 200% up to $100 from you guys, and you get 100% up to 1,000. If you use Deuces Cracked for rakeback on Black Chip Poker or American Card Room or any network, I get like something like 3% of your rakeback, but you get access to. So here's the card rooms you could use it for. But if you do, it updates once a week. I just did this a couple days ago, so mine are not updated yet. But if you get 500 in rake a month, you get a free month of you get just opening random shit. You get a free month of Deuces Crack subscription. 500 in rake is not hard. For example, I've had Black Chip Poker for about 3 days now. I only played 7 hands on one day, but so I've only played 1,600 hands on there, and I already got. Let me update this. All hands. Can I do all sessions? Basically, what I'm trying to say is very easy to get. So I got 1,600 hands. I'm already over a tenth the way there. Easily get that in a month, so you could continue to keep Deuces Cracked going and get month after month of free teaching from Deuces Cracked. A lot of free videos. Pretty awesome site. Once again, thank you guys all for watching. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys tomorrow night.